Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that. What an exciting earnings week ahead. Just on Tuesday alone, we have PayPal, Spotify, Pepsi, Pfizer, Alphabet, Snapchat, Google, Chipotle, Enphase, Ferrari. Moving over to Wednesday, we have Uber, Walt Disney, Toyota. Before we jump into the rest of the earnings week here, just make sure you slap a big thumbs up on the video if you appreciate this earning type of content. We're going to dive deeper into a few stocks like AMD, Alphabet, Snapchat. We'll maybe even have time for Amazon. But without any further ado, let's jump back into this earnings week we have going on. We also have Qualcomm, Ford. Thursday before the open, we have Roblox, Peloton, Tapestry, Hershey's. Thursday after the close, we have Amazon, Elf, which is a beauty company, Cloudflare, Affirm, Pinterest, all reporting. And then Friday before the open, we have some cannabis stocks like Canopy Growth Companies and a few others as well. So needless to say, this earnings week is going to be extremely exciting, but I want to hyper focus on Tuesday after the close. We have AMD, we have Google or Alphabet, same company, and then we have Snapchat reporting all at the same time. So first up, let's talk about AMD, and this is an interesting article because it talks about everything from tariffs taking control this earnings week and also DeepSeek fears that are still lingering. AMD will report its fourth quarter earnings after the bell on Tuesday, just as President Trump's 10% tariffs on goods made in China are coming into effect, and also that whole scare with DeepSeek just rocked the world last week also. AMD shares have struggled throughout the last 12 months as the company has fought to gain ground in the AI data space, falling 34% compared to the rival NVIDIA, which has jumped 68% still. Still, that's better than the arch nemesis of AMD, which is Intel. We saw Intel with shares falling as high as 53% in the same time period. Now, real quick, let's take a peek at what AMD has been doing in the price action and the share price, and we'll jump right back into that article. We see in the past month, it's down 10%, high as $130 per share. The past 3 months, it's down 18%, as high as $150 per share. And in the past 12 months, we see them down 35%, with highs as high as $211 per share. And from highs in the last around 11 months or so, we see them down around 45%. We could see that AMD has been struggling in the last 12 months, and there could be a large runway of growth ahead of AMD's share price in the next 12, 24, or even 48 months. Now, keep in mind, we are expecting for AMD to move around 7 to 9% on the earnings announcement for the quarter. Wall Street expects AMD to report earnings per share of around $1.09 on revenue of $7.5 billion. The company's data center businesses is its largest segment by revenue, is expected to generate $4.09 billion for the quarter, up from $2.28 billion in the same period last year, which is definitely bullish in my opinion. And AMD is a great long-term stock to be buying under $115 per share, dollar cost averaging in, no matter what it does on earnings. And if it falls significantly on earnings, that's going to be bullish for me, because the good thing is I'm going to be buying up shares for long-term if the share price goes down around 9%. If you want to join and see what I'm doing for earnings exactly the day of, get alerted signals straight to your smartphone and push notification alerts, just click on that link to become the next success story in my bio right there, launchpass.com. That will actually bring you to my Discord. Once you join now, you get premium option signals, live voice trading. You get AI features like a Bloomberg terminal, educational section. So if you're looking to become a better trader and a more advanced trader, this is definitely the place to go. We even have a training course for option traders if you want to get into option trading and don't know where to start. This is a huge educational opportunity for you to educate yourself on what's going on. We even have a stock market library with all the best books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and the psychology of money, and many more. So that's why this is the best stock market family on Discord. We even have a monthly price right now. Usually we have yearly plans only, which is $4.95. But right now we are honoring the monthly plan at only $59. Try it out for a month, see how it is, cancel anytime. But I know you're going to love it so much that you're not going to want to cancel, especially if you're an option trader and looking to get to that next level of trading there. So that brings us to Google. Let's chat about Google. Ticker symbol GOOGL, reporting Tuesday after the close, along with AMD. They're reporting the same exact time. They're up around 4.6% in the past week. And in the past 3 months, they're up 19%. So they look a lot different than something like AMD, for example. Their low in the last 3 months is $164 per share. And in the last 12 months, the stock is up an amazing 42%. This has been one of my favorite buys in the stock market for most of 2023 and some of 2022 when it was under $100 per share, even under $115. We were buying extremely heavy. So we're up an astounding amount on our Google shares, around 80% or 100% for long term. And the bullish trend is up right now for Google and Alphabet. They're basically at an all-time high of $203 per share. As we scroll down, we can see that the PE ratio is 27, implying that it's still a good deal even at $203 per share. That's why I'm still happily dollar cost averaging into something like Google and the S&P 500 and QQQ every single month consistently, because they're not really oversaturated just yet. You know, they are at all-time highs, yes, but their revenues are growing, their net income is growing, their balance sheets are growing. They're having new sources of revenue and higher segments of revenue, like data centers, where their profits are around like 50%. So there's a lot of good things going on with these business models right now. You can't just look at Google and being like, oh, they're at an all-time high, $203 per share. I probably shouldn't invest in them right now. I'll wait till they go down to a 52-week low of $130 per share, or at least a 6-month low of $150 per share, which is always it's not the worst strategy, I should say, but the risk is missing the boat for long term and not getting in when you could just dollar cost average in consistently every single month and then keep some money on the sideline, some cash, just in case it does go below $150 per share again. What's going to happen? Now you have an excess of cash. You could take that out and put it into one of your favorite stocks at a bargain, like Google at $150 or $125 per share if it does go that low once again. But it's not like you should just sit on the sidelines and be like, oh, I'm just going to time the market and wait for it to drop and not invest anything into Google in the meantime. Always be dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is a game changer, and it will beat around 99% of the market alone. Just dollar cost averaging into like S&P 500, VOO, QQQ, and other ones as well. Google now has a $2.4 trillion market cap. Let's go a little bit deeper into these earnings predictions. Alphabet Q4 earnings preview, bullish trend just getting started, ? Alphabet stock is showing strong bullish momentum with key moving averages signaling upward potential. Analysts are projecting a 4.59% upside with a consensus price target of around $211 per share for Alphabet stock for earnings. So yes, analysts are coming out and saying that they are projecting an upside on earnings and a beat on earnings, and the stock to go to $211 per share after earnings. Now, in general, there is a 5% expected move. It could be up. It could be down. Nobody knows what's going to happen, but we will be going over a lot of details and moves that we are personally making in our Discord. Okay, so Google will be reporting its fourth quarter earnings on Tuesday. Wall Street expects $2.13 per share and $96.56 billion in revenues as the company reports after market hours. That is absolutely amazing to hear those revenues. We are just going over AMD, which is around a tenth of the revenue. So absolutely bonkers. The stock is up 41% over the past year. So let's just take a peek at some charts. Alphabet stock strongly bullish ahead of Q4 earnings. Alphabet stock is currently in a strongly bullish trend with share price of $202 per share, comfortably above its key EMA's exponential moving average for 5, 20, and 50 days. This indicates solid upward momentum and suggests the stock can continue to outperform in the near term. However, obviously this is looking at technicals, and earnings could be a lot more fundamental. So looking at charts like this isn't always the best predictor of the outcome on an earnings call. Short-term bullish signals are further supported by Alphabet stock trading above its 8-day simple moving average SMA of $198 per share, 20-day SMA of $196 per share, and 50-day SMA of 187.86 per share. These simple moving averages levels confirm strong buying momentum and indicate the potential of continued upward movement. Additionally, Alphabet stock remains well above its 200-day SMA of $174 per share, reinforcing long-term strength. So yes, Google momentum is bullish for earnings, but let's talk about Snapchat because they're down 8.9% in the past 3 months, and look how volatile the stock has been, around $10 per share, down 15%, going up 20%, down another 15%, going up another 15%, down another 15%. This was just in the last 3 months alone, and they're projected to move another 20% on earnings. So the share price could easily be going back to around $13 per share, $14 per share, or it could drop as low as around $8 per share once again. So we can see that the EPS the last few quarters have been surprised. That's the green arrows going up, the red ones going down is a bad surprise. As we can see, the fourth quarter earnings, Snap expect total revenues around $1.51 billion, implying a year-over-year growth around 11%. Okay. As we scroll down, some factors to note ahead of earnings. Snap has been benefiting from a spike in usage of Snapchat. The growing adoption of Snapchat among Gen Z population is expected to be driven daily active users, thus expanding the company's advertising base. For the to-be reported quarter, Snap expects daily average users to be around 450 million, which is pretty good. In the third quarter, Snapchat's subscriber growth reflected by daily active users increased 9.1% year over year to 443 million. Snapchat added 11 million daily active users quarter over quarter, which is pretty bullish overall. Now we are running out of time, but if you want to read some other bullish/bearish things on Snapchat to make an informed decision, feel free to pause the video, read through some of these paragraphs here on the screen. And there is some great information in that article. We are just running out of time. However, if you don't want to read that article and you just want to follow along with my trades, click on that launchpaths.com in the bio section of the daily stock market on Instagram. Now 213,000 followers, 1.6 million views on our dashboard in the last 30 days. So we've been absolutely popping off with a few viral reels. Feel free to follow along here on Instagram. And again, if you want to join that close friends list, just message me on Instagram. Even click on success number 11. Read through some of the positive testimonials that people have been experiencing in our Discord. Thousands of dollars being made every single day with our group that you could easily follow along with. Thank you guys for all the love and support one last time. I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.